Hi everybody, I'm Shannon Hushman and this is Living Cali. So today I am going to be talking about how to get real estate leads, how I get my real estate leads, and just some good old information. So let's get into it. A little bit of background information on myself. I got into real estate. I've been in the real estate world about closer to 5 years, but I've been licensed for 3. I joined with a family company originally, which was amazing. I got to experience a ton, I got to learn a lot, but it did get to a point where I felt like, okay, I've reached my cap. I knew that I was capable of more, and I just felt like it was time to elevate myself to that next level, and that required me going on my own. So I switched over to Compass at prime time in April, a month after lockdown, which was definitely a challenge, but who doesn't love a challenge? So, and plus things like this, actually, I try not to ever get too upset. I mean, maybe I'll have my moment for a second or two, but you can't really let yourself get really down or upset over these challenging times, just because these are huge character builders. I mean, you see people living their best lives and so happy and just glowing and amazing. That's because most of those people have had those challenging times and overcome them, and they've dealt with them in a healthy way and really elevated themselves. So we love challenging times around here. We love them. We actually live for the downfall around here because those are our biggest glow ups. That is a little bit of information about my background. When I started at Compass in April, everything, of course, was a little different. I was just joining the company, independent for my first time, and kind of learning how things worked and operated. And I had always been told, you need to try something out. If that doesn't work, move on to the next thing. If that doesn't work, move on to the next. But I didn't have time for that. Bills still needed to be paid, and that really just is not my style. So what I ended up doing is throwing a whole bunch of balls in the air and grabbing whatever stuck. I had tried Facebook advertising. I had hired people on Fiverr and Upwork to do Facebook advertising for me. I mean, I've just paid thousands of dollars for marketing, which actually I'm not upset about the money that I got nothing out of, just because I got to see what worked and what didn't. So I'm very grateful for that, and I'm always taken care of by God. I'm a Christian, and I mean, God is always on my side. He saves me anytime that I'm just like, what am I gonna do? What's going on? All of a sudden, boom, a blessing, boom, another blessing, and another one, and another one. So we are not too scared around here because God is good. So about, I would say, maybe in the middle of summer or towards the end of summer, I had somebody that worked at my company reach out to me saying that she was going out of town, and she had something called Zillow Premier Agent, and she needed somebody that she could work with that would answer the calls for her, and you know, we worked out our own kind of deal. But the great thing with that is I got to have a free trial run of using the Zillow Premier Agent, and which was another huge blessing. And after testing it out and using her Zillow Premier Agent and answering those calls, I realized that this is something amazing, and I ended up signing up for the Premier Agent myself. Zillow Premier Agent goes by zip codes, so you purchase certain zip codes rather than cities. Every zip code is priced differently, but usually I would never say numbers because that's just the most tacky thing to me. But for the purpose of this video, and we all want to know what's up, I'm going to give you numbers. So when I signed up for Zillow Premier Agent, I ended up getting put in a certain zip code. A lot was sold out just because this is a system that works. It's something that is just amazing. So I started with $1,700 a month, and then I did get a deal. I went into escrow about 2 months, a month and a half, 2 months after having Zillow Premier Agent. Yeah, it was awesome. The only thing is I was in a zip code that I liked, but I didn't ultimately want to be in. Of course, you want to be in zip codes where the average home prices are, you know, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million and up. And in order to do that, you have to put yourself on a wait list. And once those wait lists open, people that are considered VIP get first access, and then whatever's left, the other Premier agents will have access to. So, of course, I was like, what do I have to do to be VIP? I need access to these areas. So I talked to my representative over at Zillow, and he said that you have to be spending a minimum of $2,500 a month. So we bumped up my spend to $2,500 a month, and I now am considered VIP. So if any of the zip codes that I would like to work in open up, then I have first access to it, which is just awesome. And I know, you know, spending $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 on marketing a month sounds like a lot, but when you are getting $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 commission checks, what is a couple grand? It's nothing. So I would definitely say Zillow Premier Agent is something that is so worth it. I mean, life-changing. Another one that I would say has helped me and has been amazing is Yelp. I mean, I think we all would think, yeah, of course Yelp. I mean, everybody that's wanting any kind of service, whether it's a restaurant, massage, realtor, whatever it is, people go to Yelp first. They want to see your reviews. Is this person good? Do they know what they're doing? And surprisingly enough, there's not a ton of realtors on Yelp. So that's something that's really, it's something that's great to take advantage of now. I do advertise on Yelp. I have friends that advertise spending, you know, $1,000 on Yelp, $1,500. You can spend a lot. I personally spend $300, and that works for me. I get, by the way, with Zillow Premier Agent, I get about 10 leads a month that are guaranteed, but I ultimately end up getting probably around 15. And then with Yelp, I get around the same thing, about 10. Granted, these 10 to 15 leads are 20 total. These are not people that, you know, you just expect, oh, you know, they call me and they want a home, or they want to buy, they want to sell, and done deal. You have to follow up with these people. You have to put in the time, you have to put in the work. You will have those people that are ready to go now, but they're not as common. That's the goal. You want to manifest and attract those for sure. But you, most of the time, are going to have to follow up with clients, take them on tours, or they're going to want to sell their home in spring rather than winter. So you hold on to their information, follow up with them, and, you know, pull the gun or pull the trigger, pull whatever, once it's time to sell and once they're ready to sell. So Zillow Premier Agent and Yelp have been two lead generating systems that have worked for me the best over Facebook, over, you know, you get all those calls like, hey, would you like to make 6 to 7 figures? If so, just sign up over here. I mean, all that stuff is a scam. Anybody that tells you to, you know, you can make 6 to 7 figures by using my marketing system, no. It all is dependent on, yes, your lead generation, of course, but your follow-up. You know, how hungry you are, how motivated you are. This is a game that you need to be self-motivated in. You need to wake up every day hungry, because there's nobody over your shoulder telling you, hey, this has to be done, this has to be done. You create your own schedule, which there's pros to it and there's cons to it. There really don't have to be cons, but depending on your personality type and how you are, it could be a pro and a con. But I would definitely say Zillow Premier Agent and Yelp have been the best. If you are looking to, if you're a new agent, or if you're an agent that's struggling to get leads during the pandemic, I would 100% go with these two systems. They are consistent, I get clients out of them, and I don't feel I'm having to chase clients as much as I did before. Chasing clients all the time, it's a huge waste of time. It takes away from you just living your life in general, but also from you focusing on other clients that are worth your time and can actually go somewhere. Well, thank you guys for watching my video on how to get real estate leads. If you guys have any questions, you can comment down below, or you can send me an email. Actually, if you send me an email, that would probably be better. That way We can have more of a conversation. If you have any specific questions, I can answer anything you guys want to know. As of right now, I'm really sad me and Frankie can't be together. We're trying to follow lockdown rules, even though it doesn't even feel like we're in a lockdown because everybody is out. I feel like this is just normal life. But we are still trying to follow the rules. So Frankie, I believe, is going to do another video on his own next, and then maybe in a couple more we'll come back together. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to email me. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Bye, guys.